I remember back in the day when Mavic and Sleep Lolly just came out in Genshin Impact, and Genshin Impact did a very predatory thing, which was locking 10 poles behind the second phase of the banner. And everybody rightfully criticized it, both on the Kurobot side that are willing to find some reason to hate Hoyo games, and Genshin Impact players collectively. Thankfully, we have not seen this implemented again in Genshin Impact, and I hope it stays that way. But Wuthering Waves has somehow surpassed us in the aspect of being predatory with that very same move by not doing it once in the anniversary, but actually doing it again in 2.6 right now, where they're going to be leaving 10 poles locked behind the second half of the banner. And nobody's outraged about it. Nobody is criticizing it. Everybody seems to be okay with it. Everybody's seeing it as best value, meaning that you're going to get 10 pulls towards your Luna pulls rather than just give us all pulls up front. But it is what it is. I have nothing to complain. Like, I saw this coming. Like, as long as you have a toxic positivity community and don't want to criticize their games, these predatory practices will continue to happen in your game, and it's just unfortunate. The same thing with the ecosystem. Obviously, by nobody's surprise, these new two characters, Mavika and Mona, came up with two new echo sets, which, by nobody's surprise, we all saw this coming. It's not good in a way of you always have to be farming for new echoes every single time, and because Wuthering Waves have not made changes to the ecosystem, how you recycle your stuff so you can get better rewards for it, or do something with that, most of your echoes are going to go to waste. That's a whole long topic. I'm not going into it. It's just a short video just talking about some things that I realized that are very predatory in Wuthering Waves 2.6 live stream, but nobody's gonna talk about it. Nobody's gonna bring these things up. People are just gonna say it's peak because of all of the new area. Another thing I want to talk about really before I go is that many people don't seem to see the big picture here, that Wuthering Waves is gonna burn themselves out even faster than Genshin at this rate, because it's good having 2 story per patch and stuff like that, but you're speeding the game up too much. Like, we're literally pretty much done with Renacita, done with Septimon, and now we're gonna pretty much have to go to a brand new area again, and it's gonna quickly squeeze out the no, I don't think it's gonna quickly squeeze out the very little people that play Wuthering Waves, because most Wuthering Waves players that only play Wuthering Waves on mobile is probably from the elitist Hoyo hitters, so they probably don't have another big game on their mobile devices, so they should be able to keep this one big game on their devices. So I think it should be fine. For the average users, no. I think they got flushed out a long time ago. Like, only high-end phones can run Wuthering Waves properly, I believe, and properly is not even the best. I don't even want to go into that because it's gonna fester a lot of hate. But even on PC, Genshin Impact is about 100 gigs, I believe, something like that, and I think Wuthering Waves is 45 gigs or something to 65 gigs, I believe. Very, very soon, they're gonna catch up to Genshin Impact in terms of storage and in terms of space. And I think Genshin Impact realized something that Wuthering Waves haven't realized yet. And the reason why Genshin Impact decided to not go to Sajnaya yet, and instead go to Notcry and actually develop those lore a little bit more, is because they realize that they're almost finished and they want to milk it a little bit. I understand that from this game, but Wuthering Waves seems to be running. I don't even know what Wuthering Waves is running. I'm okay with them making, like, I would rather them go at it this way. Make stories and flesh out the characters better, longer in that region. Like, taking 6 months to speed through one region to go to the next region, I don't feel that is the best option. Like, if they could make sure the stories spread out throughout the entire patch note, that would have been much better than to just say, okay, every 6 months we're going to be going to a brand new area and this is going to change and stuff like that. Also, another thing I don't like with the story is that I feel like many characters aren't developed in the story properly. Colcharo is one of them. Danjin is, I've never seen her in the story one bit, and that's unfortunate. The old characters are not utilized properly. Like, I've never seen them actually bring them up in the story. I've never seen, like, say for example, a Jinsho character come into Renacita or something like that. Like, things like that that make the characters have personality is really good. The way Wuthering Waves is handling their characters is not as good as I want it to be. But then again, I don't play the game. Why am I complaining? I'm gonna stop complaining about Wuthering Waves. I don't play the game anymore. I really wanted it to be better, but unfortunately that's not the case. I wanted to go back into Wuthering Waves to test it out. That's why I wanted to watch the live stream, but when I watched the live stream I realized that it's not worth it. NTE is right around the corner and I'm like preparing myself for that. And Azura Familia is right around the corner too. I'm preparing myself for that. I won't have time to play Wuthering Waves and understand the intricacies of the game and stuff like that, and sit through the boring stories and say it's peak.